Hey, how you doing, Pisces? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host of this channel. Welcome to Printres Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. Just want to say thank you to all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So what's going on with Pisces? Oh, I'm hearing no more struggles. No more struggles. There was an idea of communication failure, or maybe some issues communicating, or maybe even seeing what happened. It doesn't say it's bad, but you've got to feel like you've got good news coming. Warning, there's a star sign, or even a Virgo, or maybe even someone that says it's not going to happen. You have to see blessings come your way. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that you're in trouble. Wouldn't want to hear that you're dying or even harming your mind. Stop playing mind games with yourself, and believe you me, you have great news. Warn yourself that blessings are on its way. Okay, so that's spirit guiding you, or giving you some good communication here to help you feel like there's no struggles. For some of you, feel like you've been under the weather, or maybe even struggling with something here. It does say you need to walk away from some type of awareness of nasty, negative mental health problems, or even people that have judged you or karmically giving you bad news. It says, warning, let them realize who they are and not your mind. Okay. There's been wishes as well for you to not have certain information, and it's been taking its time as well to have some type of negative stigma. It says it's not going to be worth looking into. Meanwhile, you have to leave out the stress, leave out the burdens, leave out the drama, leave out the karmic mindset, and leave out the bad news. Okay, so if any of you are storing any of this in your mind, get rid of it. Okay, find ways to detox, de-stress, and get rid of any bad news. All right, anything that's bothering you, get rid of it. If not, spirit is coming in to sort that out, honey. There's angels around you, people that love you, Pisces. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. I'm also hearing, just be careful for some of you guys that are dealing with drugs or maybe alcohol. Okay, all right, or even someone around you that could be, you know, using too much of that stuff. All right, so let's see what else is going on. It says negative mindsets are not going to be easy to shift, but at times you've got to look back at what it is you said or did to try and solve your problem. Stop staying in the same burden. Stop letting your mind take over in negative mind games. Stop allowing yourself to fall short of your good karma. Okay, so spirit is telling you stop, you know, letting things, you know, struggle in your life. Stop falling short of your good blessings, good attributes, your good karma. Okay, now that could, you know, mean any area of your life that you could be dealing with certain things that you felt like you've been struggling with. It does say, warning, you have to see why you don't want to speak about bad news. It does say some of you guys are dealing with a drug user, or maybe an adult here that doesn't know how to support her mind. Please continue to be there for her. Make her words feel well again. Let her see that she is probably not going to be mad. Let her feel like she's got good news. I see someone praying here, or maybe, you know, wanting to let people know what's going on with a particular person. It could even be someone that's related to you, Pisces. I do see Taurus here. Okay, it does say that there's verbal conflicts here, or people that have made a decision to speak about you or call 999, or maybe an emergency here. It does say some of you guys are dealing with this, and all of you are going through something burdensome in your mind about problems or situations that are causing you concern. Okay. It does say when you realize that you're not going to be with your mind anymore about the problems, you'll be better. Start thinking about how you can communicate with people, love them, and certainly war with your mind to make sure you feel better. Okay, so Spirit is asking you to war with your mind so you can feel better. Not war in the negative aspects, but in a good way, so that you can, strengthen your mind in positivity. All right. It does say when you realize that you have no more time alone with your mind, you won't want to hear that problems are there. Friggin' hell, it does say bad news for someone that doesn't believe. It says all of you have to believe what you want to believe, but if you can't believe, it's not going to be the final answer. Justice is served for you to see that blessings are coming in. No negative vibes are there. People are there wondering what happened to others and struggling to find out information to solve their problems. When will I speak about you? When will I see you? When will I hear from you? Someone wants to hear from you, speak to you, or maybe you want to speak to someone or hear from someone, Pisces. It does say word of advice, you can't feel like you've got bad news. Stop worrying, control your mind, and stop pretending that you're overly taken into custody or problems or negative mindsets or people around you bothering you. Stop telling other people that they've got problems. Stop giving problems out and stop receiving them. So some of you could be giving them out and some of you could be receiving them. Okay, it does say you have to weather the storm. Finally, you'll give yourself pride over ego and passion over dignity, and make sure that you have pride over dignity as well. It says pleasures are there for you to announce good karma coming in the next week or two. Okay, so there could be things in place for you to pride yourself over things and give yourself good karma in the next week or two. All right. It says nothing's set in stone, but people will warn you to stop speaking about bad news and let yourself feel freed out from the mindset that you've had in the past. Let yourself begin to feel joy and stop worrying. Okay, so someone could be, really pushing this energy onto you to make sure you feel joy and to stop worrying. Okay, you could be dealing with an earth sign, fire sign here. We've also got Gemini here, or some type of practitioner or someone that's helping you pass on from negative mind games or mindsets or people that have probably given you enough to feel like you've got a doubt in your mind, or feel down, or overuse, or overtake advantage, or maybe even overly indulge, or maybe even take karma by another storm and look at it in another perspective of negativity. It says you must stop doing this. All right, so you are loved, Pisces. You are very much loved. And it says you need to walk away from feelings of the fact that you are. At times you don't want to hear it, but the truth is there. You are loved. Okay. It does say when you realize you're not really that much in a bad thing, you've got to give yourself good news. It does say when you didn't have bad news, you warned yourself that you would have good news. It says try and remember something that you never had in the past. Possibly if someone here wants you to remember something that they had in the past dealing with you, they wouldn't know how to support their minds, probably peed off right now and don't want to hear that they've got good news. They realize they bruised you and completely tarnished your reputation. Okay, it could be a man here, all right, or it could be some type of work here, okay, or it could be just someone that delivered some type of bad news to you about I'm hearing boring, because it does say boring for the person that wanted to give you good news in the form of bad news and can't warn themselves anymore that it's going to be good. It does say when they realize they should have worked on your mind with good news, they didn't have the time, and they may have killed off the negative mindset in themselves and really hurt themselves trying to harm you. It says woe to whoever's trying to punish you, woe to whoever's trying to deal with you, woe with whoever's trying to bring you down. Okay, all right. Someone really regrets some type of illness here that has been looked into, or maybe this is you. It does say someone here is looking at bad news or doesn't want it, but doesn't see how it could change if you don't want to change. It does say great news is coming to you and blessings will never be yours. Okay, as long as you speak about good things, it's not going to happen to you. It says, whoa, this mindset is really negative. He has to go. If he's a burden to you, you need to leave him alone. He will trash you and call you out and call you bad names. He will bring you down and wonder if he's got good news. He's warning you he should stop speaking to you about great things. Okay, could be dealing with an earth sign, could be dealing with an air sign, maybe another water sign here. Yeah, whoever it is that you know around you, or some of you may not know, but some of you do know who this person is. Okay, it could just be someone, you know, with those attributes, or even just showing up in that energy. Okay, for whoever that person is. Okay, it does say when you realize it's not going to be worth it, don't speak to me. I know I can steal from you, take from you, or even look at you like you're a bad person. It does say, I wonder if I can help myself to blaming you again. Okay, someone wants to blame you as well. It could be an air sign person, but it doesn't have to be this person. It could be a water sign man here. And it does say for some of you guys dealing with an earth sign woman here, she will believe that you have great news overall, trying to help yourself with frenemies or friends. This person doesn't know who you are but sponsors you. Where are they? They need to speak to you again. Where is this person? It does say you war with this person in your mind to say you need them. This has been the best friend you ever had. Warning, it doesn't say you've always been a good friend to her, but it does say you realize you have to be good to your mind to help yourself. Believe that you have blamed no one. Okay, you could be looking for either a Gemini here or a water sign Scorpio here. And it does say when I see the Scorpio, I want to know she is harmed in my mind, but I don't believe I should do this. It says, whoa, because you realize that she had been a very mindful person about herself. Now you want to see her harmed. It does say when she realized she's not going to be harmed by you, she's not going to want to know your negative mindset. She will never want to be your friend. But warning, if you try to harm her, she's going to harm you. And believe me, I know you. So I'm not going to stand for it. You've always talked about many people and harmed them. Are you evil? Are you trying to harm me? She will never want you to be around her ever again, because I told myself if I have to stay away, they're all going to stay away. And this could be a Gemini person or an earth sign person or a fire sign person. So maybe you could have offended someone as well, Pisces. Okay, it does say some of you guys believe you had friends and they're no longer your friends. At times you want to know where they are, but you can't completely bruise yourself over the situation. You've got to look into blessings and contact people ideally to help you. Stop speaking about bad news, stop looking for bad news, and stop warning yourself that your friends are never your friends when they're your friends. Tell yourself that you had better news with them. Try and warn yourself that you had great news. If it does say you do tell yourself this, you've got to wonder why they don't want to see you anymore. Is it because you contacted them in their mind to let them know that you're a downfall or maybe hurt them? Are you aware that you could have peed them off or harmed them? It does say one of these days you've got to see when you're really moving past a mindset of negativity. At times you could be the burdensome person on another person's life, or maybe even picking on them. Ideally it could be someone picking on you through another person. It does say warning though, whoever's picking on who needs to stop. Okay, it does say when you realize that you had blessings, it's not going to harm you to give up the blessings again. You've got to stop giving yourself doubts. It says sometimes you've got to realize that you're looking for things that are not there. Read between the lines. Are you seeing that you had cause for concern? It does say you had cause for concern and struggles was there. You could have been manipulated, but whoa, if I tell you something, it's not going to be the truth. I realize I'm not always going to be the best friend that you could have. I noticed that I have females in my mind that I don't like. People pick on me all the time, but I don't know how to support them. When will I realize I need to stop bruising myself to bruise you and bruise your friends? Okay, this could be someone here of a parent or maybe even a spouse. Okay, that could have been, you know, bruising you to bruise your friends. You know, maybe you're not even aware of how you've been treating them in some way, but you realize who was your friend versus who's not your friend in certain ways. Maybe after some time has gone by. It says it's unrequited looking into the situation more. It says the Taurus will understand more about who's who, and it does say try to avoid a warrior or maybe a person that's always put problems in your mind. It says this one here is not your friend, but it does say she is so wrong. She never knew who this person was because she was warned one day she had troubles or worries in her mind, possibly by you, or maybe by a person around you, or maybe even speaking about what she knows. It says the time has come for you to see you don't have good karma with people. It says many times over, I've told you, don't speak about certain people in your mind that could solve your problem. It does say 1 or 2 of you have problematic friendships with people and neighbors, or even frenemies, even fertilized people like mothers, or even negative step parents. It says some of you guys are dealing with bad news. It does say 1 or 2 of you are dealing with brutal energy from a husband, a wife, or maybe even a personal traitor. At times you realize you don't want to deal with it. At times you wonder where it's going and you want to know more. It does say sometimes you need to stop believing you have problems, and letting go of the systematic values that tell you have to stay in them will allow you to move past them. It says you keep controlling war in your mind to stay there. When will you move past it and let go of nine-mindedness, ideally a scared mentality or frightening mentality that's going to keep you down and stuck? Okay, it's almost like keeping you trapped to your own web or someone else's web. Okay, it says leave me, I will believe that I have blessings no matter what. Don't know when they're coming, but I warn myself I'm not going to allow the situation to take me down. I war with myself to make sure that I have good news. I war with myself to make sure I look good, I work hard, and I practice good karma. And that's your energy, Pisces. Okay, it does say some of you guys see that you're stealing attention from someone or getting the news that you want. It says it's not going to be worth it if you don't have good news in your mind. It says let go of the situation and allow it to unfold naturally. You could be kicking down something or peeling back the mind to say you're gonna find this person. Maybe you're looking for a particular person. Okay, this person you could have broken up from for a long time. Okay, could be looking for a particular person. All right, let's see what else is going on. It does say let me deal with it in my own way. I'm not going to speak about it again. I want to see what happens in the next 2 weeks to a month. When I told her to stop speaking to me, I want to hear from her, but I don't want to hear from her. So someone's a bit two-faced, wants to hear from someone but doesn't want to hear from someone, and warns them it's not going to be them that has great news in their life about their work or their finances, or maybe even people. It says bad news for a parent, bad news for a parent, bad news for a job search, or even people that are trying to work on their work. At times it's not going to work right now. Spirit is guiding you through the universe and the cosmos. It does say when you see blessings come, it's going to be worth it, but right now people will pick on you until the cows come home. It does say woe for them, woe for you too, but it does say woe for them more because they will see things turn around and change in your favor. And it also says woe for whoever speaks about bad news to you. It's not going to be worth it, as it will detour you in a way that it will change cosmic atmospheres, and maybe even see that you have blamed no one. You have blessings. So it doesn't say that you've got bad news. Try to award yourself with great news, even if it is roaring with you right now or making you feel like you have doubts. Don't speak about blame. Just trust the universe is going to turn around. Okay, trust the universe is going to turn around. You may not know when, Pisces, but it's going to turn around in your favor if you stay humble, calm, keep up with the positive energy, stop looking for bad news and stop saying that it's the end, so to speak, staying in negative, energy, karma, or people's problems, or maybe even problems that you've seen in yourself, or maybe people that have dealt negative energy for you. Try to avoid it, move past it, look for better news in yourself. Okay, all right, so anything else for Pisces? Don't speak about karma coming to me. I don't want to hear it. People are telling me I've got drugs or maybe overusing of drugs. I don't want to hear it. I always use these drugs and I don't want to stop, but I realize I've got to. So someone here is overly using drugs. Okay, it could be you or it could be someone else, and this person's being warned not to use it anymore. It does say when she realized that she shouldn't speak about it, it's not going to be her that wants to hear it. She does not want to hear that she's changing, but she wars with herself today, and next year. And it does say bad news if she continues in this way. Warning, it doesn't say speaking about you is going to be good, but it says, whoa, why do I keep looking for my mind and you? What's going on with you? Who's telling me I need to speak to you? Whoa, I need to speak to my friend. I need to speak to her. Where is she? She's going to help me through my problems, but I realize I can't get the help I need from this person when she's always priding herself over problematic situations and wants me to see that good karma comes. I could never see good news come to me. Why is it? Because I have war in my mind about people. People harm me and hurt me all the time, and I want to stay there and allow the situation to unfold. I can't see better days for myself, but I believe it's going to be war. War. Okay, and some of you guys are feeling this way as a Pisces female, and it does say some of you guys are dealing with men that are stressing you out, or even people that are burdening you, or maybe making you feel like you've got to overly drink or indulge or even fight the feelings of bad news in your mind about love situations. Maybe you feel like bad news overall is not helping the situation but causing a concern in your mind to help you stay there and maybe even live in the means of mind games or bad enemies. Wow. All right. Okay. It does say some of you guys really need to change your habits, your mindset, and people will victimize you at times to see that you are blamed. At times you don't need to be blamed, but warnings are there for you to see you have blamed no one. I understand you do not blame anyone, and you will not blame anyone. You will cause them a concern, but don't speak. You will have blame in your mind again if you keep causing yourself blame. Don't speak about blame. Just brush up your mind and maybe even look better in yourself and start looking forward to blessings coming in. Okay, if this is not someone working on you, ideally a doctor, maybe a father figure, even a friend, okay, or maybe a person, a parent, whoever it is, maybe even some of you guys that are seeing someone for special needs, or maybe even helping you with things that you didn't know or understand or couldn't cope with. At times you realize that you have no more worries in your mind to deal with the situation but to stay there in it. It does say blessings are there for you and therapy. Ideally, therapists will help you right now, or maybe help you torment yourself to bring up good karma in your mind to solve the problems. Okay, so some of you guys could be doing them with therapy, okay, or have therapeutic thoughts in your mind, or maybe trying to look for them, or maybe even seeing that you have people helping you with them. But it does say try to warn yourself to stop speaking about bad news. God is going to shift this energy for you if you can't shift it yourself. Okay, so let's see what's going on with work. What's going on with work for Pisces? Work. Work is overall a brilliant atmosphere. It does say brilliant because there's no worries, concerns, or people fighting you. It does say people do judge you though a lot, mentally talk about you, or maybe say things behind your back. It does say warning though, there's a woe for them all. It does say when you realize it's not going to be your problem, you'll have karma come into your mind to say, why didn't I stay away from the drama? Or even the drinking or the drugs or the alcohol or people's problems. Maybe I will see that I have blessings in my mind. It does say she knows why she's not going to get involved with you at times. She's never going to be your friend, or the person may never be your friend that has called you out or put problems in your way or in your mind or told you that you would never be good in your work. It does say some of you guys are dealing with problematic situations or people or even family members that are getting in the way of your work, teenagers struggling, or people at work giving you bad advice or maybe bad memories or bad moods. It says some of you guys are dealing with all of these things, but woe is them and good karma is there with your mind and good karma is there with you. It says nothing is certain, but people are changing things, ideally giving you information to help sort out the decisions you have to make. Decisions is your final answer. Which way are you going? Study that. Ideally, you need to know which path you're taking and stop listening to everyone else. Are you wanting to be your own worst enemy or your own downfall? Are you trying to tell yourself that you've got bad news? Who's going to tell you you've got bad news apart from you? It does say at times you can stick through something or move past it. At times you can see that great news can come. And when were you going to tell yourself that you had blessings? Overall, if you're trying to look good for your marriage partner, or maybe even trying to tidy up your mind to solve your problems. Ideally, you've got good news. It doesn't say bad. It's just well with you if you don't feel like you're in the right situation. Well with you if you want to stay in it. Well with you if you don't want to feel like you have to clean cook or maybe even pick up yourself in better ways. Well with you if you have negative mindsets that are drowning you and you can't find a way out. Whoa. It says woe because you don't want to find a way out. But if you try, you will find a way out. Okay. So spirit is telling you, you need to try to find a way out. Okay. All right. Now start praying, start going to church, start eating right. You know, stop overusing, stop overindulging, move away from negative people, negative crowds. You know, stop doing a certain thing that you may be doing that may be causing the concern. You know, stop allowing people to cause those concerns in your life. Find a way out. Talk to a friend, talk to an experienced person or someone that's been through it and that could help you out of it, or just has, you know, the professional abilities to help you through or help you out of it. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with business. It says business is practically a never-ending task for you to solve. It does say sometimes you want to solve your money or maybe even contemplate why you need to take so much time to look into things. Maybe some of you guys have dealt with a lot of negative stigmas or looked into things where you thought you could change. It does say, well, with whoever thinks you can't, don't speak about things that you can. At this time, you will change things, sort out things, mend things, fix things, or even solve things in your mind about your business or maybe your personal business. It does say your work is overall great, so it doesn't say bad news is there, but woe with whoever doesn't want to see you in your mind about good karma. It does say bad news for whoever keeps pushing bad mind games on you or wants you to see you're not doing so well. Woe with whoever's going to bring you negative karma from the past or maybe even people that are trying to push bad ideas into your mind. Whoa. People are not going to allow you to have great news overall when they're having bad news in their mind. And it does say blame whoever you want to, but it's not going to work. It does say, well, you have to try and dress up the situation in the ways you see fit and stop fighting the negative casts over your life, ideally spells or things of that nature. And it does say people will probably curse you or put you down or maybe even try to cast their minds on you or see you're not happy, but at times you will bless yourself regardless and fight your way through it. Okay, let's see what's going on with your love life, Pisces. Pisces love life is going to be certainly struggling. At times it will not, and at times it will. At times your feelings are there for 4 more years or less. It does say people will hold on to you and love you and sex you or please you or make you mine. Ideally stay there, or marriage is on the table. Some of you guys are in marriages and some of you guys are warring with it. Some of you guys are not wanting to be married and some of you guys are looking forward to it. Some of you guys are looking forward to blessings and don't want to curse your partner or your spouse or even your path. It does say your path is going to be blamed one day if you don't look forward to blessings in your mind about the path you're taking with your struggling partner or yourself. At times you war with which way you could go with a partner or how you can maintain the partner that you have. Listening to your mind or even speaking up for yourself or speaking to you about things you've got going on. It does say in your mind you have things going on that you don't want to discuss, but at times you warn yourself not to speak. You will listen or even think about how you can support your mind. Putting yourself back a step at times is not going to be easy, but time after time you are not doing this. You've just got to warn yourself that you have blessed your mind with good information. Not seeing that there's bad news. You've got to warn yourself that blessings are there, regardless of who says what and how. It does say you can witness things in your mind and struggle less if you look forward to blessed news in your mental struggles and then change it around in your physical reality. Listen to the love life of a Scorpio or maybe even a person that doesn't even know you, Pisces. It does say some of you guys are dealing with people that don't even understand who you are. It does say warning, if you are dealing with an Aries, they do not know who you are. At times they want to know who you are but can't understand you. It does say Scorpio's energy will change things for you or blackmail you. Which way are you going? It does say some of them want you and some of them don't. At times they want to change the situation or the place or the thing for you. Ideally, if you want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. It does say when Sagittarius gets involved, they don't want to hear that bad news comes, but you have to see how they can solve the problem for you, or put them back a step, or warn yourself you'll step on their toes. It says sometimes you realize you're not dealing with the earth signs, but the earth signs are not going to help you. It says when you realize you don't have great news overall, it's not going to help you. But it does say, well, with whoever wants to fight you, Pisces is never going to be the one that I want. It does say some of you guys are dealing with the Pisces and don't want the Pisces. Some of you guys are dealing with negative mental health. Some of you guys are dealing with bad mooded individuals and possibly don't want to see you happy. It says, well, with them all, when you see that you have great news overall, Pisces, it does say justice is served and people will love you and protect you and take care of you. Okay. So let's see what's going on with single Pisces. Singles are not doing so great right now. They want to take the risk with love and see that they have love. It doesn't say blessings are coming to them as yet, but time is spent alone to see that great news can come. Work is there for you all to drive into or dodge, or maybe even replace. Some of you guys may be looking for work or trying to change job roles, or even seeing that you are fighting in your workplace. At times you don't want to war with anyone, but you're looking for love and you can't find it, and the support that you need is never helpful to you. It does say some of you guys realize you want work in the ways you want it, and your perspective makes a lot of sense, and your morals and your background. It does say things of that nature, but it does say plain old negative mindsets are there to harm their heads too. People that stay in situations that are not working and want you to see that's how it's going to be. It says war with them. It does say you have to war with them, because people don't need you to be in the same situations as them when they're struggling, and they want to see blessings come to you in the way that they can see fit, so they can study you and be in the same problematic situation is what they would call it, until they see sense to see it's a different diversion or direction. They can't help but to hold on to bad news, but wonder if you'll ever get good news. Yeah. So people that are in struggling relationships around you, Pisces, want to see a new perspective, but are fighting that new perspective from seeing you get into a relationship now and wondering, is it going to be better than theirs, but not really wanting it to be, but at the same time do, because they want to follow that perspective, but then still kind of turn around, trash it. So it just depends on who you're dealing with. Certain people, you know. It does say some of you guys are dealing with something detrimental to your life, and many people will crowd around and look at you if you're not careful. Someone wants to wish you well, though, doesn't want to see bad news, and I warn myself, I don't want to hear that people look at me in this way. So who is speaking a lot about how I will never make it? When will they hear that I'm going to make it? I'm going to, because I don't want to hear people look at me like I've got an illness or a problem. I want to see that blessings come to me, and I can't stand whoever keeps tormenting me or tarnishing my reputation or bringing me down. I don't want to hear that my friend is hurt, and I realize that I'm not allowing anyone to talk about you, so I'm making sure whoever talks about you can F themselves, pick off and leave you alone. And I know this because I don't want to see my friend hurt. Okay, so if you've got things tormenting you in your mind, or maybe even a personal traitor around you, or someone that you don't even know or even see, and this person keeps commenting on you or talking or laughing a lot about you, woe to whoever that is. It does say the bad news comes from a friend, and the friend can't even help you in the mind that you have to solve your problems. Ideally, maybe you're not seeing each other anymore, or even friends or frenemies or something, but they don't want you to be hurt or cursed or even dead, or even see you even in an illness or in a detrimental way. They have warned themselves they will never want to see you die or even harm. They would never want to see you hurt. So whoever's trying to bring up bad news from their past, or maybe even prematurely, or maybe even seeing their future, or trying to harm them, they're going to harm themselves one day seeing who they are. Doctors are helping you through your problems, mentally stressed out, giving you feelings of fine-mindedness, or pills to take, or maybe even things to help you. Nurses are there. People are there to hold you down, or maybe even help you. It says you have to see that blessings are coming and struggle past the negative mindsets. People will never see bad news for you. Whoa. It does say you've blessed yourself way too much at times you don't need to. And it does say whoa to the person that doesn't want to see you happy because he's always harming other people. Who is this earth sign? It says, who is this earth sign? He's not going to be good to you. But whoa, with whoever keeps trying to pick on you for another member of your family, or maybe even a friend, it says woe to whoever that person is, trying to warn you that a risk is going to be taken for you to harm yourself. It does say bad news for whoever this negative person is, and they need to move on. Okay. All right, it does look like you could be taking a risk down a long road here, okay, to forgiveness, Pisces. It does say there is verbal conflicts in your mind with feelings, family, or maybe even people or children in your way. But at times you want love and you do want to see blessings come, and it does warn you marriage could be on the horizon if you just see that blessings are there instead of sex or maybe even negative mental health or problematic situations. Okay. All right. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. Pisces in a relationship. Sex is something that the man may want, but he's not going to get it. He does know that he can get it sometimes, but not all the time. And he does bruise you at times in your mind, or harms you in your thoughts, or even plays around with you, meddles with your finances, or things of that nature. Maybe he does borrow from you, take from you, or even steal from you, or even lay up with you, thinking he can make more time in your mind about children. It does say whoa to this person that doesn't want to provide for you or care for you in the mindset that you ideally need, or even would mind having, because at times you could be pushing away or don't understand what to do in regards to members of your family telling you what to do, or maybe even people, or even dearly the ideal love and marriage that would be appropriate for your life. It does say many times over you've got to see how to bless yourself and give yourself good news. Warn yourself that blessings is coming. Stop worrying about men or females. At times you need to support your mind with probably a good value ship. A good member of your family could support you, or maybe even seeing you've got blessings. So solve your problem and give yourself better news. Okay. So let's see what's going on with those in a marriage. Married Pisces. Married Pisces are very, very ideally not going to have a happy ending with something if they don't come clean about something. Some of you guys are going through divorce. Some of you guys are going through detrimental problems with people, or maybe even someone that tells you off a lot, or maybe even someone that told you your marriage wouldn't work, or maybe even someone that said to you it's not going to be you that has good news. It does say you warn yourself not to speak to these people. At times you would rather not hear from them, but it does say well with whoever's in the background or in the limelight of their mind trying to tarnish your reputation. It does say some of you are dealing with stress related issues, or going back to your mind about how you can support your household, maybe even sponsor your bills. Even tell yourself you're minding your business and don't want to hear that other people have problems on you. At times you do have great news overall. Certainly wouldn't want a war with your spouse. Want to hear that your problems are with your family or your children. You have great news overall in your love life. It does say many times over if people keep talking about you, they're warning themselves not to speak. At times they don't need to see bad news, and at times they don't need to hear it. You could be concerned right now about some type of risk that you may need to take, or some type of risk that has been taken by a child or a family member. At times you don't want to hear bad news. It says war with whoever. Don't speak to me though. I don't want to hear from you. It does say many times over if you have a family member or a child or someone here that hasn't been forgiven towards you, maybe because there's many groups of people this person may have seen or had in their life, or even stole from you, took from you, or maybe even meddled in your business. It says 9 times out of 10 most of you are going through things in your mind that you probably wouldn't want to show others, and don't want to help anyone to your problems. You need to speak less about this problem and let the situation unfold. So sort it out in your own way and strive past the mind games. Okay, so let's see what's going on with the individuals, what's going on with Pisces and Aries. Pisces is not going to be good to their mind. It does say some of you guys are dealing with Pisces and some of you guys are not. It does say warning, you don't have to deal with the bad news. If they're coming up with anything bad, it doesn't say you want to hear it. It does say Aries though, you want to see it. You do want to see it, and at times you don't want to see it, and at times you laugh and make fun of it, but it's not funny. And it does say sometimes you really get mad, but you can't disguise your mind with bad news. You've got to show yourself good news, so you will warn yourself that you're having fun and you'll make fun of the people in your life or the situations. You have personal traitors there, or people that will warn you that they should never have spoken to you or even slept with you or been with you, but at times they will be there to support you, or maybe even peel back your mind to say they're paying your bills or helping you or trying to time the situation or giving you good news to support many things. Time and time again, Aries will not show you this, but at times they will, and sometimes they want to, and right now they do. Okay, let's see what's going on with Taurus and Pisces. Taurus doesn't want to say anything. They really regret something here that they've done. It does say you believe that you have lost a friend. It does say you have not lost a friend. I will not allow my mind to hear that you have lost something. It does say, Pisces, you may have not lost anyone, but you realize you're not even in your mind about the situation. You will not lose your mind about a problem. It does say you lost a friend. What friend did you think you lost? You never had a friend to begin with. This person was never going to be your friend. Do you know that? It does say, whoa, whoa. Woe to whoever keeps talking about a person with a bad mindset. It does say when they realize they had best friend energy about them, they would never harm you. They don't have to harm you with bad news, and they don't need to hear bad news too. They don't even want to look for you in bad ways. They realize they don't have bad news to give you, but woe with the Taurus that keeps punishing someone or telling them they have bad news. Okay, and that could be a friend of yours or someone that you know. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on with Gemini. Gemini can't let go of their minds. They realize they read into things way too deeply now, and they look for bad news everywhere. They keep blessing anyone or everyone with blame and negative mind games and picking on them and harming them and stealing from them and taking from them. They keep tormenting people right now, mentally, verbally, physically, or otherwise. They keep tormenting them, and you are next. Ooh. Let's see what's going on with Cancerian and Pisces. Pisces don't want to hear that Gemini is going to be their friend anymore, but it does say Cancer doesn't want to hear about Pisces involved with another Pisces, or even with them. They said they'd rather not see you with anyone, but at times they war with their mind and tell themselves off. They don't want to harm you, but they hear bad news coming to you and they don't want to listen. They realize they've got words to tell you, but you will stress until you say that you've got good karma. Whoa with whoever keeps talking about me, and then I talk about them too. Woe with whoever you are, because I'm warning you, fuck off, says Pisces. And if you keep peeing me off, then you're gonna see your problems. Miss Cancerian doesn't want to get involved, but Pisces is surely gonna give someone a taste of their medicine if they don't warn themselves to move on. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh, it says clap your hands if you feel like great news is on its way, because it's not. Warning, if he doesn't speak about bad news, I'm going to pick on you. And I realize that because I don't want to hear that you're going to pick on me. I'm going to pick on you. But then I see that I'm not going to pick on you forever. I just want to hear that he's going to tell you something that's going to be negative. One of these days, he's going to tell you something so bad you will want to move on. Wow. It does say Pisces doesn't want to hear this from Gemini, but it also says Gemini is not the one you need to deal with. It's the lying, cheating Cancerian that keeps lying and hiding their hand. Okay, so let's see what's going on with let's see what's, yeah, someone laying up with someone. Okay, let's see what's going on with and I'm hearing legal matters are pending for them. All right, let's see what's going on. And I'm hearing liar, liar, pants on fire. Maybe someone does not want to hear it. Okay. Or maybe it's not happening. Maybe someone's trying to change it up. Let's see what's going on with Leo and Pisces. Pisces don't want to hear about Leo's concerns or problems. It does say people like you don't need to hear that bad news is coming. War with yourself, told you so. Don't speak to me, told you so. You was going to have bad news and I told you so, and I don't want to hear that you're not, so speak about it. Pisces don't need to be mind gamed either. Pisces keeps mind gaming Leo, but Leo does not know why. And it does say Leo doesn't need to hear that you're always going to torment them, Pisces. At times Leo doesn't even want to hear that they've got great news anyway. But it does say, well, with whoever's gonna pick on you, it does say you warn yourself this, because it does say blame yourself. If you want to look at a Leo, look at the Leo and say it's not you. Go on, I dare you, because if you look at them too much, you're going to show your mind who you really are. Aye. It's the energy that Leo has, that's why. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, I'm hearing Libra. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. It says, fuck off. I don't want to hear that bad news is coming. But many people are going through it, and laugh, because some of you are going through some negative stigmas in your mind to understand life and can't understand it. But you will believe that blessings don't come to you in the way that you see it. Sometimes you don't understand life altogether, but realize it does come from good karma in your mind to solve the problem. At times you don't even want to see that blessings come. It's not going to help you all the time, but you will see blessings come to you whether you like it or not. Try and warn yourself that you look past the situation, work on who you are, and warn yourself if you want to have great news. War with yourself if you don't, and see that blame is never going to be yours. All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo is not filth as you thought. It says Virgo does not need to look at you like you're filth, and they don't want to hear that you're filth. At times Virgo feels that you've got problems. At times they don't want to hear that you've got good news. At times they don't even want to see you, but they've been pretending to be your friend, and they may not see you or even trust you. At times they don't want to be loyal to you or even see that you've got baby making skills inside yourself to be happy enough for them. It does say some of you guys are dealing with a lonely man or woman here. It does say some of you guys are dealing with someone that doesn't even see themselves as your long-term lover or friend or frenemy, but someone that's there keeping you stuck and mentally ill or retarded. It does say some of you guys are dealing with a negative mindset, or maybe even people trying to tell you off but can't. And some of you guys are dealing with people trying to tell you the truth and you can't hear them. It says bad news. Whoever it is that's trying to warn you that rave is going to be the answer. Warning that you need to support your mind with support systems of ranting and raving, carrying on in your mind. It's never going to be good for you to rant and rave about something. It says, mind you, if Virgo doesn't want to hear you, Virgo will not want to hear you, but Virgo is not going to be the answer for you. Stealing you in your mind about the situation is what they want. Sexual energy and passion is something they want to give you. Sex is sex and nothing but sex, and wants to give you lots of it. Okay. All right, maybe even for some of you guys a baby might come out of it. All right, I know some of you guys want to get pregnant, but just be careful. All right, some of you guys may get pregnant. All right, let's see what's going on with Libra. Libra does know why they have stress-related issues. Some of you guys are dealing with stress and don't want to hear that bad news are coming. You have to see that great news is coming overall. Libra doesn't want to dress up or go out. They don't want to hear that you're always out and about either. They don't want to see that you're always going out with your friends, or maybe even looking for frenemies, friendships to go out with. It does say you may hate on them at times, or maybe they hate on you. Pisces, you have believed that you have blessings with your mind or your man. It does say some of you guys really look forward to blessings coming to your life, and you want to know that blessings are coming to your life overall. It doesn't say you have bad mood swings with them, and it does say you've got great news overall with them. And it does say some of you guys are dealing with Libra like you have frenemy energy, but friendship is firm. It's like you're two-faced, or they're two-faced, or some of you guys are dealing with two-faced mindsets with your partner, your spouse, or your friend. Does say warning though, if Libra doesn't see what's going on, they will never know that you're harmed or hurt. It does say sorting something out for you is something they want to do. Helping you, gifting you, or paying attention to your mind, maybe even laughing at you, stealing from you, or taking advantage is not the mindset to carry on with. You've just got to see that blaming something around yourself that you did that you didn't know you did could harm yourself one day. If you're not careful, you've got to give yourself blame no more, and see that stress is going to be better for you in your mind if you want it, or to leave it out. How are you going to help yourself move past a judgment? It does say judgment because someone here wants to judge you, and it doesn't say people or a person. Ideally it could be you, but you could be holding on to something that you want to hold on to make sure you don't have judgment. It does say holding on to marriage, money, or maybe even credit is going to be good for you and your lover, your lifestyle, or your marriage. Maybe even looking forward to blame in your mind at times when you don't want to, but still push the person aside and say, well, you look at yourself. And maybe even helping yourself past the situation is going to be blessings. It does say work on your mind and look for problem solving. Problem solving is going to save your marriage or your love life. Okay. What's going on with Scorpio? Scorpio and Pisces. Scorpio doesn't want to hear Pisces in distress, or even sent back to a negative place in their mind, or even disturbed by the ideas that they had in their mentality. It says bad news was there, and blame was there, and punishments, and even people that want to see them hurt is there. When will they realize that they don't have to go through this? It does say, Pisces, you understand why they felt that way. It says, fucking hell, I never knew that they could push me aside and make me feel bad now. I know why. Pisces is never going to feel like I feel, though, says Scorpio. And Scorpio doesn't know why they do it to themselves. At times they don't. But you realize that you're going to be warring with a Pisces, and Pisces is not going to believe anything you have to say, Scorpio. But it does say Pisces is going to bother themselves till they see what goes on in their life. It does say blessings are coming to them at this time. And it does say Pisces is going through a nervousness or a bad news inside themselves to warn themselves that bad things can happen to anyone. It does say when you realize that you've gone through this already, Scorpio, you've noticed that you don't even want to be a part of the crowd. You know what can happen and what can't happen, and you don't want to stay around people that want to stay in it. At times you just want to walk away. And it does say you have to walk away, because no one's saying that you have to steal the mindset of other people's to be proud of who you are. You can be proud all on your own. And great news is coming to Pisces and Scorpio, but both of you have to do it in a different way. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Pisces. Sagittarius and Pisces. Sag doesn't want to hear that they've got problematic situations with you. They notice that they warn themselves a lot about wish fulfillment and good karma with you many times over, and they like you. At times they don't, but sometimes they do, and wonder when it's going to ever be a good thing to work with you again. They just wonder what could happen if they worked with you ongoing, and how they could solve the situation with you ongoing. They just don't know how, but they realize they try and they try and they try with you, but they warn themselves not to speak. If it goes left, it's not going to work out right, and if it goes right, it's never going to work out right. But at times it could go either way, and when it does, it's going to work out just fine, because I can't bother myself enough to stay in one place. I have to go in two directions just to see how you operate. You're all over the place at times, Pisces, and I can't help but to see this, and that's how you are naturally. You may murmur someone in their mind, or even tell them off at times in their mind, make them feel bad or down or even sad about who they are. At times you may not even communicate these things, or maybe even show up at the last minute to let them know they've got problems with you. And at times it doesn't say it's a good thing, but you will look at yourself one day maybe to see how you can operate with people personally moving past you or leaving you alone altogether if you can't steady your mind, your thoughts or your feelings for someone that really cares for you or loves you. And you don't know how at times. Most of the time you do not know how, but you will wonder how one day when it's too late, or maybe if you solve the situation and give yourself great news. Ideally, Pisces, it doesn't say that you've got bad news overall with Sagittarius, but Sagittarius really feels like you've got bad news with them, and sometimes don't want to hear that you have good news, because they're warning themselves if you keep trying to harm them, they're going to harm the hell out of you. All right, let's see what's going on with Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn and Pisces? Capricorn doesn't want to see you, but they do know they could have fun with you when they want to. Really party, or maybe go out, or maybe take their time to see you, or maybe even spend time alone with you, the family, the kids, or maybe anything that could come up to make you feel like they've won over you. Something just tried them in their mind about who you are. They don't want to harm themselves for you. They realize they read into things a lot more these days than they used to, and don't want to harm anyone's problems, or maybe even situations. Sometimes they do look into blessings and karmic value systems to support themselves. Money is something they want and need, and they're striving for attention and giving themselves good news. So let's see what's going on with I'm also hearing lesson learned. Okay, maybe with Libra, or maybe with you, Pisces, or in themselves in some way. Okay, let's see what's going on with Aquarius and Pisces. Pisces doesn't want to hear that Aquarius is always on top of their mind about them. Doesn't say that you need to stay there and look at me every day 24/7, or maybe even studying me. I don't want to hear it. You work on who you are. War with your minds. Go on. Just make yourself look better than the rest if you want to. But it does say you have to look better than anyone else. At times you want to. And you don't like me, and I don't like you at times. But at times I do. And at times you may not like me and like me too. But I'm not going to war with you the way you want to war with me all the time. It does say when I realize I have time for myself and give myself a lot of time alone, or even speak about things that I need, I'm not going to support you with problems. I want to see blessings come, so I'm not going to give you bad news, but at times I will if I have to. And I'm not going to give you them today, now, or ever if it takes this good karmic idea system that you have right now to please your mind, not to please my mind with blame or negative energy, so I can stop cursing or shouting. It says you always gave me bad news, so I don't know if I can give you bad news at this time, because you're trying to work with yourself to see that you've got good news. But I don't want to hear that you're going to give me great news, because I know who you are as a person. But at times I want you to give me good news, because I want to see that you're blamed no more and blessed more in a way that I can help you. I don't want to harm you, and I don't want to see bad news come to you, your mum, your family, your dad, your friends, uncles, neighbors, problems with your mind, or even individual situations. Ideally, if you want to see blame, give it to yourself, but don't blame me with problems you have in your mind, or bad ideas, or even mood swings that you have in yourself that could harm me. Okay, let's see what's going on with Pisces, because it looks like he was telling them off their Pisces, or giving them some type of information. Okay, I didn't really hear much from Aquarius. What's going on with them? So say Aquarius doesn't want to speak to anyone, and they realize they look into things and then they let it go, and then they're ready to talk about things but they don't want to. Their time in the situation, or laughing, joking, eating, having fun with their friends, committing to good karma, and don't want to solve any bad news. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Oh, and they don't want to hear that you're always in a negative mindset about them. They want to see that you have great news overall, to stress less and look good on their mind, or in their mentality, or on their arm, with love, marriage, or commitments. They're trying to help themselves support better news. Okay, good. So let's see what's going on with Pisces and Pisces. And murmuring to themselves. Okay, what's going on with Pisces and Pisces? Oh, a marriage is on its way for you that want to marry a Pisces. It does say Aquarius wants to marry you, but it does say bad news if they just want to dream of the marriage and don't want to put it in place. They want to marry a Pisces, but they just don't know how to support the idea. Poor them right now. They don't know where to go or how to go about it. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Pisces and Pisces. Pisces is scared right now, doesn't want to hear from you. And it does say, Pisces, you've got bad news in your mind about things that you're looking forward to, or maybe even teaming up or partnering up with a negative person. It does say some of you guys are dealing with overusage, or maybe even things that you don't want to hear. At times you may not want to see blame or even courtesy calls come out to you about brotherly love, or family members giving you support. Some of you guys are dealing with problems with people, or don't need to speak to them, or don't want to hear from them, but at times they do not want to hear from you too. But sometimes they just want to know if you're okay, and they really love you, and they don't want to hear that you're concerned with their problems, but they want to know they concern themselves with yours. But they realize they're always in your business and want to hear if you've got time to speak to them, because they love you and they want to support you, and they want to pull back their mind to support everything that they've got going on in their minds at times, but they can't when they know you've got distress and problematic situations to say that you cannot win. And it does say you're going to win, because I'm going to make sure you win, but I don't want to hear people are cursing you and probably giving you bad news. Where's the person that's harming you? Who's giving you bad news? And what's going on with your mental health? Are you okay? Are you aware they're there trying to harm you? Who is it that's giving you this problem? Which person is it? Why are they doing this? Who's causing you a mental grief today? Okay. So in particularly, if some of you guys got a brother, or maybe even a spouse, or this male person, this person wants to help you. It could even be a female person as well for some of you guys. Okay, so let's see what's going on with angel messages. Romance angels, what you got for Pisces today? It says flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Okay. All right. Focus on service. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream consciously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. That's right. Giving, providing your service. Pisces is very good at providing service. I've noticed that they're very helpful and very creative to their own serving themselves as well in good things. So, focus on them things, Pisces. That's going to really help you. For some of you guys, you may want to, take a swim, ideally in a pool, in the jacuzzi, maybe just, in a tub. Pisces is a water sign, baby. Hello, Little Mermaid. So just make sure that you indulge into things, in regards to water, maybe needing to drink more water, or maybe needing to be by the water in some way, or listening to water. Okay. It says sensitivity. Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. This one came out in reverse. Universal deck. Let's see why. It says my fearless freedom lights up the world. So some of you guys could be afraid of something, or feel like you haven't freed yourself from something, or maybe you don't want to. For some of you guys are really digging your heels in to say, well, it is what it is. All right. Don't stay in the muddy waters, Pisces. Okay, even though some of you guys may get comfortable in those muddy waters, they may not be healthy for you. There's a lot of toxification there. You don't need to be in it. All right. Some of you guys will fight through it and win through it as well, is what Spirit has told me. But it's also, because you have to eliminate certain things, all right, from that water, from that muddy water. Okay, maybe there's some vitamins in there, but maybe there's also some toxifications in there, So let's see what else is going on with angel messages. Number 19, number 4, number 5, number 18, number 16, number 1, number 37, number 34, and number 28. That was your reading, Pisces. I will speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.